Hi everyone, welcome back to Barcast TV. Today we're going to be analyzing a 1v1 game I played against Mighty Sheep here on Fallondale. So this was a match I played earlier today. Just wanted to come back, reflect on it, share my thoughts, and see if we can find some things we can improve on. So with that out of the way, let's unpause it and get into this match here. If y'all are new here, this is Beyond All Reason, of course, a free-to-play RTS. And this channel is dedicated mostly to 1v1s, guides, build order videos. I do some 2v2, 3v3 stuff. I'm actually casting the upcoming 2v2 tournament, February 27th, 2024. But yeah, if you're new or inclined to, please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm looking for some feedback, of course, on this game here. And hopefully as we get into it, you all can see my thought process, how I approach things, and can share your own. So let's take a look at this. This is Fallondale, of course. A lot of reclaim, early reclaim and metal spread out across this map. You can see that there's some tucked behind the main bases essentially. So you see a lot of resbot opens. During this, interesting enough, Sheep went double solar collector. I think the wind improved a little bit, so you could sneak in a couple of wind turbines. So maybe I picked up a little bit of an advantage there. Not too much. See, this lab is done, I guess, a little bit behind his. Could be a function of me walking a little bit with my commander, but yeah, I end up adding another solar collector. So it's always a process of toying with the wind here. Actually, 4 metal, kind of hilarious. Yeah, so we go resbot first, do some reclaim orders into an immediate wind turbine. See, Mighty Sheep already has 4 wind turbines done. How does 2, 3, 4. Oh, I made the second solar collector, and I have a 4th one started, and he's making a 3rd solar collector. So not quite sure how I messed it up. Maybe just like turning the commander takes that much away from it. But even looking at the SimCity, I'm not sure about this. I guess you can still get through here with units, so hey, that's probably pretty good, honestly. So I feel like I'm a little farther behind, and I even hesitated here making a solar. I'm like, I gotta get it in the right spot, and then wind came back up, so I came back and finished this. So pretty bad play on my part in this early game. So he's got 3 solars done, 4 wind turbines, and is up quite a bit on energy. So 300 total more energy excess produced. I'm still a little bit up on metal somehow. Maybe that's a function of a little bit better control on the resbot. Not sure about that. But yeah, we're up about 100 metal so far. So not a trivial amount. I'm still continuing to add wind turbines. This isn't like the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to analyze, but the early game is very important and really something I see. It's like so easy to mess up, and it's so good to have it nailed down in some ways. So maybe before we get into this phase of the game, I think it's kind of like the grunt versus grunt game. I'm going to be getting up a radar here pretty soon. I think that's the first thing I do with this expanding construction bot. I walk over here, make the radar, then the LLT, max, double LLT. Let's check and see what Sheep has. Does he have a repeat queue on? Okay, 21 grunts, 1 con. Not the best repeat queue. It's probably slipping in construction bots, maybe? I don't know. Comes over here, naked expands, grabs the max, LLT. And we have a couple of pawns here, or grunts forward on the map. Grunt coming back behind my base. It takes me so long to chase this down, but I don't think he really got damage done with this. It takes me a long time to make sure this gets cleaned up. There's a little bit of dancing back and forth. But yeah, at this point, I'm just trying to burn through the starting metal, so I get this second con up. Most of the time, I just queue, like, if I open Resbot, I go Resbot, double grunt, con, into a shit ton of grunts, and then I'll just Alt-Z in the cons I need. Probably would be more efficient to hotkey this factory, but I don't have it. I just kind of click on it and insert those into the queue. Let me pause the game, take a look here. So 3 minutes into the game, I have more E than him. He's produced more. I guess he's up the 1 solar collector. I've only made 2. I've got 1, 2 cons out. I see 1, 2 cons. He's a little quicker with this expansion down here. and we're up 200 metal, so not the worst trade in the world. I think after I scoop up all the metal in the back of the main, I just go to reclaiming energy here for a bit while I work on getting map control. And then I had intentions to steal some of the metal on either one of these hills if it's left over. So you see some kind of grunt shenanigans going on. I'm still dealing with this one in the bottom right. I have two coming in on the left. I can see all of this, right? So I'm just trying not to take damage. I'm not sure if he ends up taking out this metal extractor or not. Maybe that goes like uncapped for the whole game. I just didn't even really notice it. No, he doesn't take it out. I've got some grunts in position. I'll take this off. I added on 2 more solar collectors with my commander to balance out the E because wind was pretty bad at the start. He added on a 4th solar collector as well. So now we're even on those. I have an idle resbot over here. That would have been great during that wind dip. I think I could have sat and produced more grunts for a little bit longer. I feel compelled to move out with my commander at this point. I think this might have been one of the first big mistakes I did. I didn't replace the build power. Normally I'm pretty good about doing this, I suppose, but I haven't replaced the build power. I'm leaving with my commander, and my metal's already starting to shoot up, so not ideal. I think I should have at least gotten the con turret out. Wind was low, so I'm like, I can't really add a con turret. I need to move out of base with my command, but maybe at 8.1, little metal in the bank and a resbot out with gathering trees. I could have got that construction turret out or just assisted out a couple more construction bots. So I think I realized my mistake, air quotes, kind of early. And at a certain point, I'm like, okay, I'll just Alt-Z in some more cons and build up the build power here. I have like enough grunts on this side. I have more grunts behind my commander, so I don't feel too bad about that. See, his con turret's almost finished, and he has a constructor building, 2 expanding cons. So this is perhaps where I start falling behind. 2 cons out. Commander is in like a better position, air quotes, but I guess I'll touch back on what I said earlier. I felt compelled to move out of the main base with the commander and at least start heading towards like this 3 max because I felt like he had already started moving. That's what I was trying to find this earlier, is like scouting around with some grunts. I was looking for where his comm was. I should have just kind of stuck with the plan and not move out with my commander until I know which one of these hills he likes to go for, because something in my own games, if I know you're going for this hill over here, I'll go for this one. I don't want to like try and rush the same hill. You beat me and have LLTs made, and I'm just kind of like standing there with my commander, not knowing what to do. So that's where we're at. I didn't take any damage. That's actually kind of surprising. I don't even know if a unit's been killed yet this game. Maybe like a grunt here or there. But I see like, okay, I have enough grunts. I can even maybe take a little bit of a trade here. So try engaging. He does a good job pulling back. What is this? 15 grunts to 14. So I had less grunts, but slightly better position. I have 2 grunts up here in this high ground looking for resbots. I have another grunt over here looking for resbots. Think I see mine. I move it up here to this top right corner. And with my commander, I'm like, all right, I'm going to cap these 2 maxes, add on 2 LLTs, radar, and then move up to this 3 max spot and start capping those, adding LLTs. Let's look at the statistics. So he's up 600 metal now, and that's for sure. He got out these 2 maxes quicker than mine. I'm not sure if I could have been quicker with raiding. I do come and get some damage done over here, but I notice he's making an exploiter here and already has an LLT. So I back up with that grunt. I come in here. I think I find this metal extractor. I wonder if this metal, grabbing this metal up here kind of evens out that differential. What is that? 600 metal? That's quite a bit. He's got the 1 con turret up. He has 500 energy per tick, 4 solars, no energy storage just yet, but he's working on a 2nd construction turret, and I'm just like 50% done starting my first one. So a little bit of a blunder here. I have 300 metal in the bank even too, so this could have been like 2 con turrets, right? How much are those? 210. Yeah, we could have finished this and had like so much extra build power, so much more like chances to like finish up these like wind turbines he has, you know, queued up here with like this con. Notice positioning of these LLTs here, right? So LLTs protect this area here. Output of the factory is going this way into the map. Got this nice forward radar. Our commander is moving into the center. Not sure. Yeah, he's going to cap this mix. So I like to start from sheep. Pretty efficient open for sure. He's even got this nice forward exploiter. I think something I could have done is like, this is a great spot for an exploiter. This is a great spot for an exploiter. So I think I could have spent at least some of the metal getting that built. And then of course going for these two mixes here. So like these three mixes are uncapped. He came in and I think he found, or I just haven't even taken this yet. So kind of slow to that. Just a function of not getting this early build power out. But I don't really hate my position, honestly. Still a lot of game to be played. I'm evening out the differential up here, getting this metal. I think he catches this one grunt here. I ran it up, it died. I'm getting this position with my commander. It's going LLT first to be safe. Let me clear this off. So here comes a raid on the right side. I think he ends up getting a lot of decent damage with this. Takes out the two mexes. I try control being this LLT. It was a little too late. He ends up taking out all these and then just backs up. Nice little catch there. Now that I feel safe with my commander on this left side, I'm free to move these grunts back towards mid. Figure out what to do with them. Trying to resecure this position. I got one of my grave robbers heading over there, I think. Yeah, this grave robber. Comes down, picks the engineer back up, grabs the LLT. And I had some metal in the bank, so I started making like a round of 10 thugs. Because I feel like I need to be able to contest this position here fairly soon. So I'm like, alright, I need to get some thugs out and make sure I've got some power here for the next phase of the game. We're 7 minutes, 50 seconds in. Down 1.1k metal. Not a great position to be in. And he's made the transition to vehicles, so he's getting a third construction turret up. No metal storage quite yet. No advanced solars. Or working on energy storage. Have another run by attempt here. Some good raiding from sheep in this game. I'm contesting this hill, trying to deny this expansion. I had a lot of units over there, so felt like I should go attack that. He does the same thing. He comes in with his grunts and just backs up. This time, I was already moving my commander back, so I'm capping the mexes, adding on an LLT radar, and then I'm having this resbot pick up these two LLTs. So he does a nice little split off here. Parks this grunt over here, which I never deal with like the whole game. Takes out this grunt. This got picked up over here on the right side, so like as far as this game state goes, I'm like, if I'm behind, it's not too much. Like he didn't like kill me yet, right? He didn't come up here with like a commander and thugs and end of the game. What is this 1.2k metal difference? I'm denying this hill over here on the right side with a bunch of grunts, and I think I was a little late seeing these incisors come in for a follow-up attack. So I'm just trying to get these thugs in the middle of the map. I forget about scaling my eco. I could have done it a lot better. That I think something I learned from like Stardom, for example, is like placing a con turret over here and then coming and adding like maybe like 24 wind, something like this, right? So you know this is being slowly increased. Add another con turret over there, or, you know, something to the effect. Maybe here actually you can assist the factory, and then doing the same thing. So like queuing that up so you know your wind is always scaling the whole game. I don't think I have. Don't think I have build power on repeat just yet. Still on the grunt queue from earlier. I think at some point I move into, like, I cleared this queue and I had to do like 6 grunts, a res bot, construction bot. Do I issue a reclaim command? No, I'm just going to pick up these LLTs, recap those mexes. So I catch this grunt down here. I think I have another resbot come get this picked up. So here comes the blitz attack. Okay, so this was a great attack. I actually kind of forgot about this. But he sneaks in here. I was out of position with these grunts. Could have been faster with that. Just barely gets this up. Does that go down? Goes down to the grunts. Okay. But a couple things going on. Did I just stand here? Please tell me I don't just stand there. No, I take out this position here, but like look at this incisor attack. So let's see how much damage he gets. Desperately trying to get my grunts in position. Not much so far. 2 solars, a max, a couple of wind. Okay, so what was that? Maybe like 6 or 7 wind. I'm actually cutting. I'm way behind on E now. He's moved to medium tank production, so I have to pull back with these thugs. It's making Dragon's Moss turrets over here. I'm wondering, an exploiter into like Dragon Maw LLT, so defensive. I never like attacked down this hill again. But I'm like, it's okay, he's spending so much money trying to defend that. You can just attack elsewhere. He's really pursuing with these medium tanks. I didn't do a good enough job like retreating all the way back to my LLTs with the thugs. I think that was a little bit of a misplay. And I came over here, and I think I tried pressing this hill, but I saw his commander was there, so like I backed up, and maybe this is where I do that again. Or find out his commander is on this hill over here. So, so he has medium tanks. I have a lot of metal in the bank, a decent income. So I get up this vehicle plant next to my commander, and I'm trying to scale my win. So I have like 2 cons adding E. Come over here, clear this position again. Actually, this is not a terrible catch. Perhaps I could have been more aggressive trying to like deny this position on the hill here, but I'm busy trying to like spin my metal, rescale my E as from that like previous counterattack. I keep these grunts over here for a while, and Sheep moves 3 cons here into the center, which was, I think this might have won him the game in some regards, these couple of cons later here in a minute. So where are we at? Down 2k metal. Comes in here, cleans this up. I don't mind it. I have the res bots here. I think I picked this up and just reclaim that area. Need to be scaling E harder. And yeah, see, I switched to a repeat on, like 6 grunts, 1 res bot on repeat out of the factory for a bit. Maybe I should do something about that sooner, that he's making medium tanks. These grunts aren't going to scale well over the next couple of minutes, so perhaps I could tidy up that decision a little earlier. I already started making medium tanks. I'm sitting here assisting the factory with my commander. I'm sensing that there's going to be a battle here in the middle soon. When I say I try stepping down this hill here in a moment with the grunts, I see he's built a bunch of static defense, so I'm like, okay, he's not attacking on that side. I pulled the grunts over here. Put this exploiter back up. Getting this exploiter back online, making another LLT, reclaiming this metal here. So the stage is kind of set. Let's look at his main base for a minute. I think one of my big blunders here was just not adding on build power quickly enough. So he's got the 3 con turrets here, a lot of wind, 36 wind turbines. What am I at? 36, so even on wind actually, that's wild. But he's produced way more over the total course of the game, but has accessed a little more, so still down on E and down on metal. The game can still be won though, right? I think there was a couple mistakes coming up over the next couple minutes, and then ultimately the game ends up ending. So, of course, so I still have this mindset of trying to deny him from expanding, get control of the middle. I see on the right side here, okay, he has 3 LLTs up. It's really too much to run into. I think at some point I just kind of step back, yeah. Too much to attack into. Maybe I could have won the game right there. I don't think so. He still has D-gun. He's not going to miss those. There's a little bit of metal on the hill. I'm like, alright, I'll scoop this up and just pull back. I've denied this long enough and concentrate on the middle. So I switch back into thug production. Put medium tanks queued up, and I've already started moving my commander towards mid, because I'm like, okay, your commander's on the hill. I'm going to focus on taking a fight here and fighting over this reclaim. There's still like 800 metal in the middle. Walk down the hill, I lose all my grunts actually. Yeah, those are all dead. Let's take a look at this here though. So he's making a Dragon's Maw already. He has a first one already built, and there's a con turret already here, or construction vehicle already reclaiming. And the second one's going to be reclaiming soon enough too. So, I mean, I think this is the battle that kind of wins the game. I should have been more aggressive with my commander getting to this position, because I was never repairing my thugs at all or any of these medium tanks. I'm like, I just thought I could creep in LLTs over this reclaim field. And my commander's not really doing much. This is good control from him, fighting in a line with his medium tanks. See, I could have been using like repair micro here so hard with all these resbots in my commander. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much why he won this so hard. I was like, I have to be ahead somehow as far as units go. Which was kind of true. Like, I had thugs and medium tanks. It's just I didn't use the repair strong enough. And like these two cons in the back just start gobbling up all this metal as this fight goes on. Because I'm sitting here making LLTs with my commander, right? Look at this. How much metal does he get from this? Wish I could keep track. He's pulling back. I think one of those goes down. But yeah, I wasn't doing the repair micro here. And like this was I think this is like the big mistake here. Is like taking such a bag trade. I think I finally win the reclaim field in a minute, but he just backs up to these Dragon's Maw. Like, it's so much damage off. Such a long range. So I see he's like reinforcing this position, so I'm like, alright, well I can attack through here. I know your commander's on this side. You have a bunch of defenses over here. My next big fight, I'm just going to concentrate on taking this out and maybe moving into your main base. But look, he already has half a way of a T2 factory already made and 700 metal in the bank. So it's 2k mass right there. Still pumping thugs. Or like queuing those in as I see my metal pull up. I have a ton of metal right now. And I'm not thinking about a T2 transition, but see, this is kind of scary for him, I guess. I have 2 factory production coming out. He has 12 tanks. I have 4 medium tanks, 12 thugs, 2 grunts, a commander right here. There's a decent amount of metal. I have some build power, some more resbots coming, and a bunch of metal in the bank. I feel like I could have... This was like the game sense I didn't have. Maybe the last point we'll talk about is I know his commander's over here. If I maybe thought, if I knew he was teching, I can go for a commander snipe, right? Because all I have to do is just keep walking my commander here, and now his comm is separated from his army, and he just has like some LLTs. I mean, I know that's a bunch of LLTs, but like 4 or 5 medium tanks rolling up this hill. Can press through that, can come in and just like pincer the commander and kill him, right? I have like a lot of thugs, they're pretty mobile, they're great at killing commanders and LLTs. I have missile trucks for like damage, and I thought like, okay, well I can just pincer this position here and I come down and attack it. And I didn't go for this like killing move. Right, I just come down here, clear him off this position, and he has T2 now, and gets an EMP off. I can't control this reclaim field anymore. That was pretty nice, I guess. He gets 5 thugs. He's got fiends coming in. Yeah, so the game's pretty much over from this position, but I think if I was a little quicker, I didn't make so many mistakes this game. See, I'm only down like 2k metal, but he got the metal, I guess, when it was important, doing like a little bit of a transition. So I think I could have stalled him on that. He did a better job scaling his E. He's up, and he's had a bunch of these energy converters built for a long time. I don't have it any made, so maybe that's better. I don't know. I hear T2, or like, of course I'm trying to make a T2 transition myself, but I think the mistakes, like this position is unwinnable. Of course, I had opportunities to win before. If these fiends come in here, clear up the rest of the T1 army. He has like a big reclaim field essentially in front of his base, a T2 lead, and I have no way to kill his commander. So that's pretty much the game. Sorry, that was kind of long-winded and ranty at points, but I think just analyzing this game, the mistakes I made, and what I could do to improve. I think earlier there was like I was stepping forward, not really sure. I think my plan was to come and attack this, and I wasn't even thinking about like a T2 transition. That could have been, I think, a much better play. It's like I knew I had control of the mid. I had some kind of army advantage. I could have gone for that earlier, and then of course scaling this. So hopefully that's enough for you. If that's this kind of analysis is something you guys like, you want to see more of, hopefully I can play some more games and lose some matches we can look at together. But yeah, I'll be doing more of these in the future, hopefully. And if y'all want to submit your own, of course there's a Bar Academy in the Bar Discord you can submit replays to. There's a bunch of mentors in that. We're more than happy to help you get better and improve at Bar. So just want to say thanks for watching. If you made it this far, hit the like button, subscribe, and see you guys in the next replay.